All right. Shalom, ahab, wa, baraka. In other words, peace, love, and blessings. Facing the east, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rabakadash, and double honors to the elder apostles, the prophets, and the teachers that have been bringing out this 100% truth for the last 30 plus years. Yeah, it's really windy today again, of course.
My goodness. I brought a bunch of rocks over there this week.
They took them. So, yeah, every time I come out here, you know, it's perfectly fine. And as soon as we turn on the camera, it gets like hurricane windy, which is fine by me. That just shows that Satan cometh immediately. And what is that? We'll start with that. Get me Mark 4 and 15.
Mark 4 and 15.
Yeah, let's get Mark 4 and 15. We'll start there. Oh, man, I forgot to turn on the tablet. I don't have any reception right now. I forgot to do it. Mark 4 and 15.
Mark 4 and 15. And these are they by the wayside. When the word is being sown. When the word is sown, but when they have heard Satan cometh immediately, and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts.
So when we see it getting real windy and all this craziness is going on, we see that if the spiritual Satan is coming immediately to try to take away the word. So how should we care? We should be happy that he wants to stop something. Maybe we got something good to say today and he don't want us to get it out. So it's a good thing that he's trying to stop us. That just means we're doing the right thing. So, but today we're going to get into the big fat liar. Our government led by Trump, the big fat liar. In fact, we're going to start with Obadiah chapter 1 and start from the top.
Obadiah 1 and 1. Obadiah 1 and 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise, ye, and let us rise against her in battle.
So, keep reading.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Everybody in this earth hates Amalek right now. No one even knows who Amalek is in the Bible. It's those guys that wear the little small hats on the back of their head. Or they're also called Khazarian, Ashkenazis, or Jewish. Keep reading. They're hated by the whole world. They're getting kicked out of every country. And now they're all flooding over here. I just want to let you guys know, you go to New York or you go to New Jersey, guess who's taking over entire cities? Israelis. Go.
Verse 3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
That's beautiful. He said, your pride, you're so proud, it deceived you. You're lying to yourself at this point. And what people dwell in the clefts of the rock? Does anybody know what the word Caucasian means? It means cave dweller. Look it up. Caucasian means cave dweller. The Bible's saying that this person dwells in the clefts of the rock. So where does our oppressor like to be? Closer to God. They want to be in the penthouse. They want to be in the foothills. They want to have their house coming out the side of a cliff. These are real things. The scriptures literally list that as one of the characteristics of our enemy. Keep reading.
Verse 4. Thou knowest eagle, and thou set thy nest among the stars, then will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh.
So what country exalts themselves as the eagle? Who sets their house among the stars? Who's doing these things? And that goes right into the clefts of the rocks. Who's setting their house among the stars? Who's trying to be at the top? And so it's kind of a dead giveaway. Keep reading.
Verse 5. If these thieves came to thee as robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
So the point here is, he's saying even thieves leave something behind, but what the corruption of our time is take all you can get while you can get it. Leave nothing behind. Keep reading. That's due to our oppressor, because that's what he teaches. So that's what you guys know.
How are the things of Esau searched out?
How are the things of the Edomites? Esau is the Edomites. Another word for Edomite is Idumean. Another word for Idumean is Roman. Another word for Roman is European or Caucasian. Fucking cave dweller. Keep reading.
How are his hidden things sought up?
Keep reading.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border to the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee.
Let's see, wait, right there. Germany, we're pulling out of Germany. France said we can't fly over their land. Italy, all of these countries that were at peace with us, that we were had a deal with, are now turning against us because of the wickedness of what our country is. So, and it's beautiful because it's all playing out according to the scriptures, word for word in the Bible. Word for word, this is playing out. So, what verse you at?
7.
Read 7 and 8.
Okay. What do you want me to read?
Just read 7 first. Go ahead.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread and have laid a wound under thee, there is none understanding in him.
See, the problem with our government right there, that last part is really, we're getting to the point. Number 8 is what the point is. There is no understanding anymore in them. They're so proud of themselves because the people in the past were a lot different than the people that are ruling the world today. So they're thinking in the past. That's why there's like no understanding in them. He still thinks that they're on top. We're not on fucking top. Babylon is destroyed. Babylon is destroyed. Watch it crumble, one piece at a time. One piece at a time. This place is done. It's done, son. Verse 8.
Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau?
I'm going to destroy your understanding. You're going to think, because you're so proud of yourself, that you're actually on top, and that nobody can stop you, and that we all believe your lies. You're completely off your rocker. You're off the chain right now because nobody believes you. There's no understanding in you, and we're all watching going, oh my God, what is this guy doing? That's our government led by the big orange fucking guy. The whole point is they have no understanding, yet they're due for theirs. Because get me Isaiah 58 and 3.
Isaiah 58 and 3?
Yes. Because we're coming to a point where we're all seeing it, and now we're starting to question. And what are we questioning? Keep reading. Isaiah 58:3. Go ahead.
Isaiah 58 and verse 3. Wherefore have we fasted? Say they, and thou cease not. Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge? Behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure. And
are you reading Isaiah chapter 58 and 3? Slovakia. That's not it. That's not the scripture. Yeah, not once again, bring out the scriptures. What I tell you in the last class, you bring out the scriptures and the whole fucking computer goes down. The whole computer goes down. How is that even possible? We're right next to a damn, one of those towers right here. It's right here.
Psalm 74.
They're not in trouble as others. They are at ease.
Psalm 73.
Yeah, that's it. Psalm 73 and 5. Slovakia, Psalm 73 and 5. How do I have that? Get 5 and 6.
Okay.
Slovakia.
Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment.
That's what I was looking for. See, these guys have no understanding, and they're filled with pride because they've never suffered consequences. They literally think they're the gods of the earth and nothing could possibly ever happen to them. Or in the New Testament, all that's done away with. Jesus died for our sins. So they're in a whole different mindset. There's no understanding in them. Okay? What was verse 6? Did you read verse 6? Go to so what they are free from burden, but we understand that free from burden is helping build their pride. Go to Job chapter 24.
Job chapter 24.
Yeah, and get 23 to 24. Yeah.
You said chapter 24, verse 23 and 20?
Yeah, start with verse 23. Yeah, it's so windy out here, we have to keep our drinks against the wall, 32 ounces of tea, and it blows over like a piece of paper.
Psalms chapter 24 and verse 23. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holding me by my right hand.
Wait, step right there. Nevertheless, I've continued with thee. Even though I haven't punished these other guys yet, I'm with you. Keep reading.
Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory.
There are just what chapter is this?
Job 24.
Are you in Psalms? Are you in Psalms?
No.
Oh, you are in Job 24.
Wait.
23 and 24.
I keep forgetting to press go every single time.
Slovakia. You gotta remember that.
I do.
Okay. Read.
Okay. Job 24:23. Thou it be given him to be in safety, whereon he resteth, yet his eyes are upon their ways.
Let me see that. I don't have my tablets not working. No, you got it right. So it says, though it be given him to be in safety. So like I told you, they're not in trouble like other men, no matter how much wickedness they do, because they haven't been punished yet. So they think that they're never going to be punished. They've never suffered consequences. So though it be given him to be in safety, whereon he resteth, yet his eyes are upon their ways. So what does that mean? He's looking at us again. He sees the corruption that is being done to the children of Israel. All nations are crying out right now. Everybody's crying out. Everybody sees the corruption. So that means, and I showed you in the class yesterday, he's starting to look at us again. He's starting to show the signs of his return. Get verse 24.
They are exalted, verse 24, they are exalted for a little while, but are gone and brought low. They are taken out of the way as all other, and cut off as the tops of the ears of corn.
The tops of the ears of corn are the heads. It says, I have another version where it says it's cut off the head. So he's saying they're exalted for a little while. So their time is coming up. Their time is short. I tell you that, like every single week we bring out Revelation 12 and 12. They're increasing the wickedness because they have but a short time. So they are exalted for a little while, but are gone and brought low, and are taken out of the way as the other, and cut off as the tops of the ears of corn. So when the harvest, how would you say it? When the wheat, the grain, the corn, when it's ripe for harvest, what do? You harvest it, right? You cut it off. So wait, hold on, let me say that again. They cut off the tops of the ears of corn. So these people are ripe for their harvest right now. They're gonna get cut off like the tops of the ears of corn. That's why in Matthew what? It tells you to let them grow together. Remember the wheat and the tare? And then when it's time for the harvest, to separate them. Right now, it's getting time for that harvest. So we're gonna get separated, but the oppressor is gonna get cut off like the heads of corn, like the tops of the corn, chopped. So, and it tells you like, these things are written thousands of years ago, yet these things are happening today. So we know that what time we're in. If you follow the instructions and you read the scriptures, you'll know what time it is. Unless the Most High doesn't give you the understanding that you seek. Cleave unto him, depart not away, and then the truth shall be given unto thee liberally for free. But that means you have to be righteous. So, going back into it. So these guys are going to get cut off, is what the point is. We're getting ripe for the harvest, and they're going to get cut off like the heads of corn. The righteous 1/3 is going into the barn, which is the safe place, and the rest of the nations and the 2/3 Israelites are going to burn. And that is what the scriptures say. It's beautiful because all the other prophecies are being fulfilled, so that has to be fulfilled also. And let's get into this big fat fire. So why would Yahweh not punish these people? Why would he not give consequences to the wicked? Why would he not do that? Give me Job 9:24. What does Job 9:24 say?
Job 9. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
So this is why he's looking. He's watching. He's waiting. Everything is done in a perfect harmony according to Yahweh's time frame. So all of the framework has to be put together first correctly. In other words, all the prophecies have to be filled in the order that Yahweh put them. And that's what we're watching go down right now. That's exactly, so this is why he's doing this. So he could show everybody who the real God of this earth is. And so, if you covered the faces of the judges, you're a big fat liar. Going right back to, now give me Psalms 58 and 3.
Psalms 58 and 3.
Yeah. I did want that verse, but I got confused when it came out because I forgot what it said.
Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
So, if they covered the faces of the real judges, why? Because the wicked, right out of the womb, they come out lying and oppressing. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. So they're the current rulers of this place. Why do you think everything is so mad? You think that the Most High is really dealing with this place in this condition? No. He's letting all these things happen. You know what? These things have to happen. Do you understand that you will not be able to appreciate your salvation unless you have to go through something to get salvation? Straight up, these things have to happen. It's always got to get worse before it gets better. And right now, for some people it's getting better. For some people it's getting worse. That's all there is to it. Some people are in different stages of life right now, in different stages of spirituality too, and different stages of being a servant, a righteous servant of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So we're all in those different stages. So we know that, like I said, it takes us right back to 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. Now go ahead and get Isaiah 48 and 8.
Isaiah 48 and 8?
Yeah.
Isaiah 48 and 8. Yes, thou heardest not ye, thou knowest not ye, from that time that thine ear was not open, for I knew that thou wouldest deal very treacherously, and was called a transgressor from the womb.
Do you hear that? He knew that he was going to deal treacherously. He knew that he was going to be called a transgressor from the womb. Why? Because he created him. He created him to be that way. That's the thing. We'll get into that. But get me Psalm 7 and 14 when you're done. Psalm 7 and 14.
Psalm 7 and 14. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity and hath conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood.
That sounds perfect. That sounds exactly how you become elected to be the president. Iniquity, falsehood, what else? Mischief, falsehood, iniquity. That is literally what our country is ran by. If you're not wicked, you really don't get anywhere in this country. Only the wicked and dumb people survive, it seems like. All the smart people are no better than to get caught up with them. And then at the end, you're like, damn. And it even tells you, don't be jealous of the wicked. He's going to deal with it. That's why. Job 15 and 35. 35.
Job 15 and 35?
Yes.
Job 15 and 35. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit.
That's beautiful. They're in their belly. They prepare it. See, it's ingrained in their system to be liars. Remember, deceit means to be a liar. Okay. Let's go to Psalms 57 and 4.
Psalm 57. 57:4. My soul is among lions, and I lie even among them that are set on fire, even the sons of men whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue a sharp sword.
That's beautiful, that the tongue, the spears, the arrows being a sharp sword. Every time the government sits down at the presidential table, what do? They spend 6 months signing executive orders, slandering us and taking away our rights. And then on top of that, telling us that all these nasty, dirty, illegal immigrants are rapists and murderers and all these things. But then you realize that the leaders of our country have murdered more people in the last 10 years than you can pin on any one person. What was his name? Fauci? How many people died from Fauci? How many people died from that? He is the number one murderer. And you don't believe me? Look it up, man. It's all public knowledge. You guys are the ones. But you guys try to pretend like we're the bad guys and try to paint this picture. Iconoclasm, replacement theology. You're iconoclast. You literally take who you really are and replace it with our faces. And do the same like how you did with Yahushua, with so-called Jesus. You took his face and put yours over it. We understand these things now. Your time is up. What was that? More people than yes. That and being a Muslim. Those two religions alone have literally taken out the most Israelites out of anybody. And you can look it up, honestly. You can look these things up. And then Fauci. You got a whole hundreds of years of religion, and then you got Fauci down there too. He's on the top 10 list. We're talking about mass murderers, serial killers. Why? Because they plot it. They know what they're doing. And then they made a law that you can't do anything about it until pretty much everybody that was, like 25, 50 years. I was like, okay, so when you guys are dead, we can do something about it, pretty much. So it's like slapped right in your face. The earth has definitely been given into the hands of the wicked. And they're not going to stop until the Most High comes and saves us. They're not going to stop until he saves us. That's why these prophecies being fulfilled in these last days are so important. And what's more important is that the people understand prophecy when they see it being fulfilled. Because that might set you in a position of being part of that 1/3 chosen elect, the royal priesthood, the peculiar people, the holy nation. You want to be a part of that, you got to understand what's going on in this day and age. Let's go back over to the scriptures. Proverbs 22 and 15.
Proverbs 22 and 15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
Foolishness is in their hearts. Well, I gotta ask this, because we hear the word foolishness a lot in the Bible. What is the biblical definition of foolishness? What foolishness means is a moral spiritual deficiency, defining a person who rejects Yahweh's wisdom, digresses moral consequences, disregards moral consequences. That sounds like today, everything to do with today. And trusts in their own understanding. So when you say foolish, that means you trust in your own understanding. You have a moral and a spiritual deficiency. A person who rejects Yahweh's teaching. And that's his wisdom. So when you hear foolish, no, it's saying all of that. That's a little word with big meaning. You trust in your own understanding is what you should get out of that. If you're a fool, you trust in your own understanding. So read 22 and 15 again.
Proverbs 22 and 15. Proverbs 22:15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
So, not only are you you have a moral deficiency and you reject Yahweh's teachings, but you're compared to the mindset of a child, because children, their brains haven't formed yet, so they don't have they don't think the way adults do. They think like children. So you have to continuously remind and teach them. So that's what he's saying. You're like a foolish child. You're a dumbass child that's not going to learn. So let's keep moving though. Proverbs 14 and 18.
Proverbs 14 and 18. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge.
That's beautiful. That's simple. You're going to inherit folly. You're going to inherit all of that foolishness, all of that iniquity. But let's jump around some more. Proverbs 21 and 1.
Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh. As the rivers of the water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
Remember who has control. Remember who has control of everything. But you got to remember the Most High has full control. Give me Job 33, starting at verse 14. Yeah. Job 33, starting at verse 14.
Job chapter 33, verse 14. For Yahweh speaketh once, ye twice, yet man perceiveth not.
So the Most High speaks, but we don't perceive what he's saying. We don't understand. Keep reading.
In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he opened the ears of the men, and sealeth their instruction.
So, did you hear that? Like I said, the king's heart is in his mind belongs to Yahweh. So, if you see stuff going down, know that Yahweh did it. He just told you, he just read it, word for word. It said when you're asleep and that deep sleep falls upon you, the Most High is going to seal your instruction. So when you thought that you were to go fucking hiking and you were end up downtown with a flat tire trying to help somebody else out, you got flat because he said that was going to happen to you today, not the hiking trip. You see how that works? You think you're going to do what you want, but according to Scripture, in the sleep, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls upon men, he seals their instructions. He seals your instructions. So go over to Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Let's make sure that the Most High is in full control. Let's make sure he's doing everything. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I am he, and there's no God with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal, and neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
32 and 39.
32 and 39.
Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any man that can deliver out of my hand.
You hear that? So, I told you that in the sleep, in a vision of the night, he's sealing your instructions. Even these big dummies out here that have no understanding, it's because they're puppets. They're being controlled by the Most High. So he said that I'm going to take away your understanding because you're wicked, you're evil, and you deserve to be removed as a fading dream. That's what they're going to be, a fading dream. What was that dream I had last night? Dang, the more I try to think about it, the more I can't remember. You're going to be a lost memory. He kills, he makes alive, he wounds, he heals, there's no God with him. He's doing all those things. Get me 1 Samuel chapter 2.
1 Samuel?
It's all the way on the Old Testament.
Over here.
Yeah, I never tell you about Samuel. Go ahead, you got it?
1 Samuel chapter...
Start at verse 6. Chapter 2, start at verse 6.
Chapter 2 and 6. 1 Samuel chapter 2 and 6. The Lord Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
He killeth, he maketh alive, he bringeth down to the grave, and read that last part again.
And
He
bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
And bringeth up. So, the perfect example of that for anybody would be Yahushua. He brought Yahushua down to the grave in front of everybody, and then brought him back up in front of everybody. That's why we still know it to this day. We still talk about the salvation of Jesus this day. But his name is Yahushua. And when you go in, give me John 3 and 16.
John 3 and 16?
Yep. Because he's the one that he put down in the ground and brought back up. So we know for a fact that he did that. But a lot of people are going to get John 3 and 16 mixed up, saying, oh, everybody's saved now. Look, it said so. But then when you go into the etymology and what the words are in a different language, you'll find out it's not saying that. So go ahead, read it.
John 3:16. For Yahweh so loved the world, and that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believed in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Okay, so we heard it. Everybody's saved. Now, let's go to the blue letter lexicon and find out what the word world means.
What's the biblical definition of world?
John 3 and 16, KJV, blue letter lexicon, Strong's. They won't give me the Strong's. We're looking for John 3 and 16, KJV, blue letter lexicon. You know the internet's gonna mess with me. You know I'm about to get this. Man, damn it. John chapter 3, blue letter lexicon, KJV. I swear they try to hide everything from you in this world. If you've got something to say, if you got something that's the truth, they're gonna hide it. That's all there is to it. John 3 and 16. For God so loved the world. Let's look up that word world and see what it means. Because Yahweh, it said that he kills, he makes life. He brings down to the grave, he rises back up. He did that to Yahushua, but like I said in the beginning, before I get the point, everybody thinks because of that they're all saved. No, you're not. He only saved certain people with that, so let's not get it confused. So let's go to the Strong's. Let's look up the word world. Oh, it doesn't say world, it says cosmos. What does cosmos mean? Because that surely isn't the same word as world, so let's look at it. And notice how they like to, it says, the ungodly multitude. Those are the Israelites that didn't follow the laws. The whole mass of men annihilated from Yahweh. Only one people had a covenant, so only one people were, alienated. Only one people were alienated because only one people had a covenant. So only one people were alienated from Yahweh. and therefore hostile to the cause of Yahushua. That's why I told you, if you come back, you Israelites, I will save you. No other nations. But in these end times, no matter what, we look like the other nations. So it's not about how you look in your face, how you walk, your culture. That doesn't tell you who your ancestors are 2,000 years ago. So we go by Romans 8 and 16, and it clearly states, the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we're the children of Yahweh. So when the Most High brings down and kills and then brings back up again and he makes alive, yeah, he's talking about Yahushua as the perfect example, but he does that with all of us too. But when we get into Yahushua dying, it wasn't for everybody's sins. Sorry, that's not what the Bible says. The Bible does not teach that. The Bible teaches that Yahushua, who everybody so ignorantly calls Jesus, that he only came for the Israelites. Oh, it says the Jews first and the Greeks, the Jews first and the Gentiles. Well, if you would look things up, you would realize that when they were saying Gentile or Greek, it was Greek-speaking Israelites, Greek-speaking Jews. Whether they followed the culture or not, they were Greek-speaking part of that, like we're American right now. I'm an Israelite. I know this. I know who my ancestors are. But what am I? If I pull out my ID, it's going to say American. You're an American. So so when I say being an Israelite, it's part of your it's your heritage, it's your ancestral bloodline. It's not your citizenship. I'm an Israelite because I was born as an Israeli. Really? Speak some real ancient Hebrew. Speak some of that ancient Hebrew to me. Don't speak Shiddish. Don't speak that to me. I want to hear ancient Hebrew if you're a fucking real Israelite.
What's it called?
What do we tell them? You know what we tell the Edomites? We tell them, break that down for all you Israelis. You guys don't speak. You guys, that's why I call your language Yiddish. Shiddish. It's a lie, just like everything else about you. Just all one big fat lie. And we're discovering your lies and your secret places. That's why when the scriptures tells you, I will pull your skirt over your face and show your shame. It's talking about we can see all of your evil, wicked plans and all your wicked endeavors, how you've poisoned the entire earth from fucking sky to under the ground. Everything's been poisoned. We see it now. Your time is, that's why, like Revelation 12 and 12 again, they have but a short time, so they increase the oppression. It all works together if you understand the scriptures. If you don't understand the scriptures, you'll take your ass down the street over there to Zion City that I can see from right here. They're going to pass the offering plate around at least 2 or 3 times, and they're never going to mention that the end is here. Not near, here. Here. We're at the beginning of a whole new world that's coming soon. But we got to get this place out of here, so we got to take out the trash first. We got to clean the house, and this house is real dirty. But let's go back into 1 Samuel. Let's pick up where we left off. Go to 6 and 7 again. Let's go right back to that.
1 Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
And we showed you that with Yahushua. He literally, that's the perfect example in the Bible. He killed, he put him down in the grave, and he brought him back up 3 days later. Go ahead.
Verse 7. The Lord Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich.
He can make you poor or he can make you rich. But what is rich? What is rich? Having all the money in the world? Helicoptering from fucking building top to building top? Or is it being filled with the Holy Spirit?
He bringeth low and lifteth up.
So hasten not when thou art changed to a low estate, and at thy last end joy shall rise up. Doesn't it say that in Sirach chapter 2 and I think verse 3 or 4, right? So we're at a low estate right now. Keep reading. Wait, read that again. Read 7 again.
The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up.
Do you see how the Most High has full control of everything? The whole point of this is this big fat liar out here, this government system that we're living by, our Father has full control over it. He's bringing all of their lies to the surface so we can all see that the guys that you were calling the crazy guys on the street corner, they've been telling the truth the whole time. Wait until more prophecy hits. Wait until it hits so strong that you be looking for us, but you can't find us, because it says that there's going to be a famine. Not of food and water, but a famine of hearing the word. What is that, Amos 3 and 8? Now let's go to Amos 4 and 13.
Amos 4 and 14.
Yeah, 13. What does it say?
It says,
go ahead, get it.
For lo, Amos chapter 4, verse 13. For lo, that formeth the mountains, and createth the wind, and declareth unto men, what is his thought, that maketh the morning darkness, and treadeth upon the high places of the earth. The Lord Yahweh, the God of hosts, the Lord Yahweh is his name.
I'm just being redundant now. I'm just bringing out scripture after scripture showing you that the Most High has full control over everything, whether it be the ocean, whether it be the mountains, whether it be people, whether it be dynasties, whether it be rulerships, whether it be rich, whether it be poor. I have done it. It says that he did all. We're literally living out his story, not ours. We're doing this book. We're living out this book, and we're all characters in it. But what character are you? The evil villain, or are you the prophet on the street? Are you the sincere righteous that don't know who they are? Which one are you? The wicked? Go back to the book of Obadiah. Let's get back to the wicked. Go to 1 and 15.
Oh, 1 and 15.
Obadiah 1 and 15. We're going to close out.
Obadiah 1 and 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done it. It shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
That is getting ready to happen to the big fat liar right now. That's what, and I showed you in the beginning of the class. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They don't seem to be receiving any consequences. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Come on, people. You can't see what's happening? And now it says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. For the third time, Revelation 12 and 12 says they increase the oppression because their time is growing short. If you're paying fucking $6 a gallon, $5 a gallon for gas, you're telling me that's not greater oppression? That's not increased? There's violence everywhere, violently taking out people, like violently removing what we call immigrants. The same people that was growing all of our food, now we have no food. By design, they have put us in a famine. By design, they're trying to restart slavery, but not call it that. They want you to have a sponsor. The farm owner will be your sponsor if you're an immigrant. The only thing is when you get back to the farm, you're not allowed to leave. Wait a second, so you're allowed to work, but you're not allowed to leave. That's slavery. They're literally systematically trying to put slavery back in.
Isn't Trump an immigrant? Because he's
Yes,
Jewish?
Trump is an immigrant. His family was kicked out of Germany or something like that because they were draft dodgers. In other words, the draft is when they make you go fight a war, and they left the country so they wouldn't have to fight. And then when they came back to the country, they're like, get out of our country. And then they came here. That's why we have the frumps here right now. Go, keep reading Obadiah, read 16, 17, and 18. But start with 16 and 17.
For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yes, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance.
He said, there shall drink. So what are they going to be drinking? They're going to be drinking from the cup of Yahweh's wrath without mixture. Keep reading.
But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance. There shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall be possessed their own possession.
Beautiful. We're going to have all their shit. They took it from us. It says in the scriptures, we're taking it back. Keep reading.
Verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph shall be a flame, and the house of Esau for a stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it.
It says that these guys are going to get cooked. When the Most High gives the signal, the house of Judah, that's the northern kingdom, and the house of Judah is the southern kingdom. Sorry, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and then the house of Israel is the rest of the tribes, also having some members from Benjamin, because all the tribes had a high priest. That's all there is to it. So that says that literally stubble is for kindling fire. So we're going to be fire and flame, and we're going to be cooking these guys. They're going to be cooked. They're going to be cooked in us, and it says that they're going to be and no more in remembrance. Did it say that? There will be no more in remembrance. That's verse 18. At the end of the verse, it should say that there were no more in remembrance. I'm sorry, there shall be not any remaining in the house of Esau. Okay? So our enemy, who knows that his time is running out, that says that there's not going to be any remaining. So there won't be any Edomites left. Just saying. There won't be any Edomites left according to the Bible. Get Revelation 22 and 12.
Revelation 22 and 12.
Yep. Don't worry about it. Behold, I come quickly. My reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. So guess what? What you're doing right now, that's your reward in the kingdom. Nobody can change that. You've created your own destiny, yet the Most High controlled it. So guess what that means? If you're wicked, He never wanted you in the first place. If you're righteous, then you were always righteous from the beginning. And it says that the people that are written in the book of life were written in the book of life before the beginning of time. And with that being said, if you got eyes to see, if you got ears to hear, I hope you got something out of this message. Facing the east, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem,
Yahushai,
Bahashem,
Ruach, and double honor to the elder apostles, the prophets, and the teachers, righteously, sincerely bringing out this 100% truth. And to the sincere Akyawa Akwa, salutation.